Hello, I'm Bunnery.
I'm Breadmar.
And this is IFXtra. So, how have you been this week? Have you had a good week? Oh, I've quite a good week, really. Been getting things like eye tests and things done. Got some new glasses coming soon. That'll be exciting.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I've done loads of stuff, but I don't remember any of it.
Have you done any interference? That's the question.
Well, before we get on to that, I had an eye test too, and yet again, I managed to get away with not needing glasses.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Consider how long you look at screens all day long.
So when people tell you, don't sit in front of a screen all day because it will wreck your eyes, not true. I mean, you can do other things that wreck your eyes, but... Yeah, that's not necessarily one of them.
No.
So, that's good because I spent all my money on cats, so I wouldn't have been able to afford glasses anyway. So, that's nice. And, nothing else interesting happening. No. But, guess what? Actually been doing some interference.
Oh, cool.
I'll be honest with you, I had other stuff to do, but... just needed a break. So, I've been fiddling about with version 7 of the Interference website.
Cool.
Doing some useful bits and pieces for that. One of the things which I'm just playing about with at the moment, which should hopefully be, once I've finished it and it works, will hopefully be in there. Pop-up auto-suggestions for names. Because I know that's sort of been... I don't know if anyone's asked for it outright, but I know that a lot of time people go, oh, how do I tag someone? And someone goes, oh, well, you go at and type their name. And oh, I didn't think that did anything because nothing appeared. So I think people are implicitly asking for it. Anyway, point is, so, little things, should be good. Yep. Cool. Did some optimization things as well. SQL is all good. Yeah.
Cool.
So yes, actually done something.
You feel better about that, don't you?
I do actually.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, let's go and see who won this week's exciting awards. Picture of the week this week goes to Sleepy Sophie for Big Bird Presents Big Bat. I just love your imagination, Sophie. So that cute big bird's turned into a very menacing, city-destroying bird. I love it. Well done, Sophie.
My favourite description this week was Unicorn watching you work very hard on laptop by Big Samson. Yeah, it just reminds me of the feeling I always get when I'm working on my laptop somewhere. And I know randos are looking at my screen, and no matter how complex whatever I'm doing is, I always feel like they're thinking, oh wow, yeah, that guy's working hard. Nice work, Big Samson.
Community pick of the week this week goes to Wave for The Conceit of Barnyard Fowl. Great description as well, but that is a very proud chicken. Love it. Well done, Wave. They were amazing.
Awesome stuff there, as always.
Now we're going to see what we were talking about last week in the forums. So, last week in the forums, I said, have you seen any good films or TV programmes recently that you could recommend to us? We always like recommendations, don't we? I went to see the new Bridget Jones film, Mad About the Boy, and I really loved it. It was great, and it was just as good as the first one, and yeah, it makes you laugh and cry, and it's very uplifting, I think. But you went to see a different film, didn't you?
Yes, I took Goose to see the new Captain America film, which...
Would you recommend that?
It's all right.
I think I got the better deal.
There weren't any sort of bits in it where you're like, whoa, that was unexpected and or cool. But, it's just a bit of,
fighting. Destruction.
Well, no, you see, because I quite like Marvel films because they're not necessarily requiring your brain to be
got that right.
running full pelt all the time, So you can just sort of go and switch off and enjoy it, is what I'm trying to say. It's good.
Well,
okay.
Shall I tell you? Callum has said, I've been watching a bunch of Inside Number 9. Oh, yes. Every episode is a different story, usually with a dark twist at the end. Would recommend. Yeah, we would too.
We didn't watch it for ages because we've seen bits of League of Gentlemen,
Don't
which
like
is
that.
the same people wrote that, and we weren't into it, so we didn't watch this for ages. But it's actually awesome.
Brilliant, yeah. We haven't quite finished them all yet, have we?
What's the word? It's like an anthology thing, like standalone.
Like say different stories. You don't have to watch the whole series. Just dip in, get 1 or 2.
I think that I sort of tend to describe it as historically. I think the thing it's closest to is Tales of the Unexpected. You know, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Etc.
Yeah.
So yes,
they're
very
really
good.
good.
We can recommend that.
Yeah.
Mukluk Canuck said, "Resident Alien, comedy of an alien trying to pass for human in a small Colorado town." Sounds
Have you
interesting.
heard of that one?
No.
Okay.
No,
I've not heard of it.
No, I've heard of the title, but I don't know anything about it.
I think we can get it.
Maybe we should
check.
have a look.
We'll check later.
100 Days My Prince, K-drama, romance, mystery, court intrigue, set in the Josian era. Josian era. And Hellbound, dark apocalyptic K-drama.
We like K-drama there. We like a bit of
we're quite
K-drama.
into K-drama. Yeah,
we do. The 3-body problem. That was interesting, wasn't it? Intriguing.
I mean, was that K-drama?
I don't know. What was it? Was it Chinese?
Oh, no, it's based on a book.
Yeah.
No, I don't think it was.
Okay, maybe it wasn't then. Yeah.
I think the most recent K-drama that we watched might have been the Silent Sea.
Yeah.
Although that was like a sci-fi. I suppose it's still drama.
What's the cool one though with the policeman?
Signal.
Signal. Yeah. I like
Signal was excellent. Yeah.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
Well, Ginger J says, I second Resident Alien. Alan Tudyk is a delight, and the supporting cast is phenomenal. He was in Firefly, wasn't he?
Yeah. I like him. Yeah.
I watch on Netflix, so I had the first 2 seasons available to me until recently, and I watched them 3 times. Highly recommend. Other shows I keep on and would recommend is, I don't know how accessible they are outside the USA, are Abbott Elementary, Paradise, and High Potential. That one is adapted from a show that I know exists in France, and I think also Korea. I'm not sure which came first. Abbott Elementary is a fun documentary style sitcom. Paradise is a dystopian sci-fi mystery, and High Potential is a house and cop drama. If Dr. House is an endearing, sassy working mom instead of a bitter narcissist. Okay. I also watched the documentary on Netflix about Belle Gibson and the dramatisation Apple Cider. I've heard this Apple Cider Vinegar.
That was on the front page of Netflix for us the other day. Yeah.
I would recommend the documentary over the based on truish story one. I think it's better to know what happened than to imagine how dramatic it could have been if the other characters existed and were involved. But Netflix didn't tell me the documentary existed until after I watched the series. Okay. I'll have to look at the documentary maybe. Yeah, Apple Cider Vinegar. I don't know what it's about. Is it about, you think they were recommending health foods that turn out not to be good for you or something?
Yeah. That kind of stuff.
Okay.
But so that might be interesting. I think I've heard of Paradise, but I don't know anything about it. I haven't heard of the other 2.
No, I haven't.
Fun documentary style sitcom. I mean, that sounds like similar vibe to fake sitcom, fake documentary. What are they called? Mockumentaries.
Oh, like The Office.
The Office, that kind of thing. So that could be quite fun. But Alan Tudyk, he's cool.
He's very cool, isn't he? Yeah. I think we should definitely look for this Resident Alien at least.
Yes.
See if you can find that. Very good. Thank you for those. Keep them coming if you can. That'd be brilliant.
But I mean, if someone's like, I watched this 3 times, that's always a good sign.
Absolutely.
Isn't it? It's like Me and the Owl House.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? I was watching that. Okay, now it's time to go and see what we'll be doing next week in the forums. This week we're using a suggestion from one of our newer players, Wave. It's a kind of collaborative role-playing game, kind of making a story all together, but using dice, imaginary ones. So, they say, in Roll to Dodge, one player will post an action that they wish to execute, and the next player rolls a 6-sided die that decides how they performed said action. Example, I try to jump over a fence. So we go from number 1, epic fail, your shoes are now glued to the ground. Number 2, poor, you run face first into the fence. Number 3, meh, as you approach the fence you realise it's too high, you can't jump over it. Number 4 is good, you clear the fence with ease. And number 5 is great, you somersault over the fence with a smooth landing. And number 6, overshoot, gravity rules no longer apply and you fly off into the distance. So you don't have to think of all 6 examples. Your example is just one of those, somewhere on the scale from epic fail to overshoot, wherever you fancy. And then it kind of tells a story and everyone joins in. If you're not sure how it works, go and have a look how it's going on so far. It looks really interesting and fun. Have fun.
If you'd like to join in with that, just head over to the Forum Games Forum. It's the pinned thread for the week, so you find it at the top of the thread list.
Cool. Now, don't forget, tomorrow night is Zeitgeist Night. We are back after a 1-week break.
Yes.
And we're carrying on with Zeitgeist Season 22, I think.
Yeah, it was actually a break at the right point
as
well. So we're halfway through the season.
So we've got 6 more to go.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're back tomorrow at 7 o'clock.
Okay, so we haven't got any results from last week to talk about. What is... So do you want to... I'm doing everything out of order and it's confusing me. Every... most Sundays, because we have a break every so often. I'm just really confused now.
I should have said...
All right, let's start again.
Yeah.
Every Sunday at 7 p.m. UK time over on twitch.tv/interference run Zeitgeist, the Interference Quiz of the Week, the live interactive quiz stream where you play along against the rest of the audience, competing for points and places on the leaderboard. Each round is based on a drawing from Interference. Bunnery has picked 5 drawings, caught her eye, and used them as inspiration for the rounds.
Yeah.
So we won't get to know what the rounds and hence what the questions are until the night. But would you like to tease us with the names of the featured artists?
Okay, this week we've got Callum, we've got Loco Louie, Lipid King, Big Samson, and Smacko.
Cool.
So I've never heard of that.
Yeah, okay. Big Samson's quite a cool name.
Very cool name, yeah. I mean, Samson's big anyway, but Big Samson, whoa, even bigger.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay, so we've already said there aren't any results from last time because we were having a week off.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay, right. Basically, join us tomorrow, twitch.tv/interference, 7 p.m. UK.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right, that's all the news for now. Just goes to say.
Yeah, if you're not already taking part in the game, then get involved. You can play on the web at playinterference.com or search for Interference in the App Store on your device and download the app. You can also join the chat with us over on Discord, playinterference.com/Discord. And if you'd like to give us a bit of monthly support for the ongoing maintenance of the game, building the new versions of the website, apps, all this kind of stuff, you can support us on Patreon, patreon.com/interference. And patrons become supporters on Interference, so you get access to cool things like replays, you get some extra game modes, all this kind of stuff. And if you're a quiz player, you get a custom entrance shout out from Ava.
Cool, that's the best bit, definitely. I like that. Okay, that's it for now. So we'll see you again next Saturday.
Yep, have a great week. We'll see you next Saturday.
Bye.
Bye.